What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me make sure that I am public off in this thing. Okay, this is good in public. So we got some very, 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 very important stuff that we really need to chop up today. Let me go ahead and come on screen. We got some important stuff that we need to go ahead and we need to chop up. Those of y'all who are interested, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Listen. We are going to talk about So, there's a reason why I got the chess as the background. There's a reason why there's a chessboard as the background. The reason is because it was some very strong chess moves that were going on when you go and you watch the interview with Tasha K and Nina Simona. A lot of y'all know I'm kind of over this whole topic as a whole, but for everybody else, I'm still doing the do, fighting the good fight, living the vida loca, all of that good stuff, right? It was some very strong chess moves going on, right? And we are all human. Let me go ahead and blow this up, make myself bigger. We are all human. And so when this story first came on, even I was like, Tasha K is hitting on some good points. When she was talking about the delusion of R. Kelly, I've talked to several of my folks behind the scenes. And over the past week, I have kind of, said to my own folks, like, hey, I'm kind of over this story. This is, it's been 2 years of the same stuff, right? 2 years of the same mess. And with that being said, people have gotten fatigued by it because a lot of people may feel like it's easy to come online and to do this R. Kelly topic, and it's really not. It really isn't. You go through a lot of fights with your family. You go through a lot of internal, just internal things when you are trying to report on this case, right? And what's her name? Tasha K made a bunch of good points early on where she said that, hey, there is fault to be had on both sides. There are several things of which R. Kelly is delusional about. of which I agree with her about a lot of those things. Um, and a lot of the stuff that she said early on was it was real good stuff, right? It was she was saying some very poignant points, right? And at the beginning, it really appeared as though she was getting ready to school Nina Simona or Tasha Simona. I'm sorry, Natasha Simona. It seemed like she was getting ready to school her on some things. So it was. I'm like, oh shit, Tasha K finna flip the landscape. She finna really reset the board. She finna change the game up. And again, this is the reason why I was kind of slow and late getting on as well. All right. But then there came a point where I'm gonna say 3/4 of the way during the interview where it became apparent what happened. And what happened was Tasha K hit up this Natasha Simona chick so that she could get information. Right. And she went and pulled a chess move. What she was trying to do was she wanted to know, like, oh, damn, you got the connections where you getting a straight call directly from him. Right. Whereas in Tasha K, when Tasha K was reporting what she was reporting, all of her stuff was through espionage, people breaking in and prying through the email, and then Tasha K has a tail. If y'all have not noticed, if you don't know this, Tasha K has a very strong tail, and Tasha K's tail is that whenever she's been caught up, she'll start talking real fast and she'll start cursing. Really pay attention to it. Whenever you catch her up, she starts speaking real fast and she'll start cussing. She like, I just want to know how in the fuck they want to come and after a bitch like me. R. Kelly is a delusional motherfucker who he got his motherfucking self caught up. And you like, what? Where is all this coming from? Where is all of this stuff coming from? Is well, a bitch like me, R. Kelly could never catch a motherfucking bitch like me up. Hey, I'm gonna report on the motherfucking parents as well as the motherfucking girls who was in this case. He stuck his raw dick inside these bitches and they smeared shit all over their motherfucking selves. When she started talking like that, you didn't call her ass up. Keep in mind, Tasha K is somebody who has been caught up. Tasha K got caught up like on the Cardi B case, bro. So you didn't went to court and you have lost in court before, but people are scared to come on my motherfucking platform because they know I'm gonna go back and forth. No, ma'am. No. You are a shock jock. You feel me? She is a shock jock. And what you begin to notice is that being a shock jock is cool, but it don't work for long. Like, if you ever notice, Charlemagne the God, right? On Hot 105 in the morning. Charlemagne would do a bunch of shock jock stuff like, hey, Nelly, you called, bro. We want to know why you so garbage. We want to know why you so trash. The music that you putting out, we want the music that you putting out is garbage. The music that you putting out is garbage as hell. It's doo-doo. It's shitty. The music that you putting out, that shit is hot garbage. All right. And as they started to get the contracts from Revolt and the money started to come in, all of that shock jock stuff, it had to go away because, again, when you are really trying to be a viable and profitable business, you need more friends than enemies, man. You really need more friends than enemies when you're trying to be a profitable business. And what happens is these shock jocks, that stuff is real cool, but then nobody wants to come on to your show and you can't get as much reach and exposure as you're supposed to be getting because you have burned too many people. All right. Now, that being said, Tasha K has burnt a lot of people, and she has went to court and been caught in court to have been exposed in court to have been a liar or put up unsubstantiated and false information out there on people. Then she runs behind these lawyers. Are these the same lawyers that lost the Cardi B case for you? Now, I'm not pro R. Kelly. I'm not anti R. Kelly. I'm just here to talk about the facts. I'm here to substantiate the facts of the case. What you saw was a heavyweight chess match. Well, I just wanted to know why y'all wanted to come after me. And R. Kelly is trying anything in order to get out of jail. He's trying anything to get out of jail. Well, she said she dropped several different bombs throughout the course of what she was saying. Okay, I don't know how many of y'all heard it, but she dropped several different bombs throughout the discourse of what she was saying. But one of the first bombs that she dropped was she said that her father was a federal he was a federal corrections officer. What's going on, Queen? Everybody. Tasha K said, "Hey, my dad was a federal corrections officer who had just retired from one of them districts." Okay, and everybody did. Okay, well, if everybody is doing it, that don't make it any less of a crime. Like, listen, everybody smokes weed. Does that make it be any less legal on a federal level? Does that make it any more legal on a federal level? On a state level, depending on where you are, marijuana is legal for recreational use. But just because everybody is doing it, that don't mean anything. Then she said, well, if they would have caught me for it, they would have had to penalize everybody who was doing the same thing. How is that R. Kelly's problem? There you go. There you go. And the Federal Bureaus of Prisons is a it is a federal agency. Okay. The Federal Bureaus of Prisons, the BOP, is a federal agency. Okay. So part of their acceptable use policy, because I can talk about IT, I got, several certifications and degrees in information technology. Um, and I get paid a substantial amount of money to run um, to run an IT network. part of your acceptable use policy is that you cannot take information that's supposed to be housed locally and give it away to other people. You are taking someone's private conversations and disclosing them for everyone else. Now, when they are saying, hey, that listen, you are being monitored and recorded on this phone call, that is for lawyers, okay? That's not for people that work at the jail to take this stuff, screen record it, and then sell it to bloggers, okay? Or to give it to bloggers. All right? That ain't for that. Now, I'll continue. She went and sold this man's personal information to Tasha K, or she gave it away. First, she started off by saying R. Kelly is nasty, he's guilty. Then she goes on to say, well, hey, they started to unseal the records of the divorce from Andrea Kelly. And once they started to unseal the records of the divorce from Andrea Kelly, she was out here crying, talking about he had her at whips and chains, but she wanted to be whipped and chained because she was a freak like that. Okay, cool. But you have the report right down the middle. Now, me personally, the way that I feel is I was one of the people who was on the front line for R. Kelly, for justice and the injustice against R. Kelly, and as well as many of you have spoken up about this issue for the past 4 years, going on 4 years, right? Yeah, I have spoken about this issue. Now, those of y'all who have spoken about this issue, he failed to come out and to say something in a timely manner that he is R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't say anything. He essentially left his supporters hanging. Okay, and it was very important things that needed to be known, like who Keith is. Okay, I'm sorry, not who Keith is, but who is Levi? Levi for Kelly. Do you know Dana J? Do you who is Sharon Winbush? And one of the positive things that I'm glad that Tasha K said, because I actually talked about this the other day when we were having a show called The Things That We Are Leaving in 2022, is Sharon Winbush did not have this position that she claims to have. I was listen, I was a nutritionist and a health strategist for R. Kelly, and I'm the only one who's authorized to speak on his behalf. And I was glad that Tasha K exposed the fact that bitch was batshit crazy. Just keeping it real. Because Sharon Winbush is batshit crazy. Let's just be honest about that. That bitch is batshit crazy. So R. Kelly did not speak up to give any guidance early on when the people emotions were high. It was people ready to knock down a fucking a door for R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? If R. Kelly would have told his supporters, go get a straw and drink the whole Mississippi River, dirt and all, the people would have did it. But for too long, they let it for too long, they let it sit out. He let it sit out there. He let anybody just step up and say anything. Or Levi's the cousin, Lisa Cassandra, or the sisters that ain't the sisters. And let me address that for a moment, right? Because a lot of people, they give me a lot of grief or what have you. But let's really let me really talk about it, okay? Because I want to talk about that, the Julius Darrington situation. I want to talk about all of it, okay? So when I really was out here doing a whole bunch of heavy supporting, it was because R. Kelly sent a letter to some people saying Lisa and Cassandra were his sisters. Okay, and this is at the time where people were saying they were fake sisters. And when you read his own mitigation report, he's saying that they are not his sisters, but they support him, so they cool. So anyway, what happened was, and it's a lot of mistruths that's been put out there, and I'm gonna get back to this. Um, I'm gonna get back to this, but you had people like myself who were going hard or what have you for the cause, and one, he's saying that they are his sisters, and then you had his own lawyers, Nicole Blank Becker, uh, telling Marlena that they weren't his sisters. All right. And so, you got him saying one thing, you got his lawyer saying another thing. And then when you go and look at the mitigation report, he said that people came forward 6 months before he got arrested and said that they were his sisters. And hey, they aren't. He knows who his father is. And his father is not the man that they are saying is their dad. So with that being said, you have somebody like me who I got better shit to be doing. If you can't get a simple answer on whether or not these people are the sisters or not the sisters, okay, then you look at somebody like Julius Darrington. Oh, this is my brother. Okay, this is my brother. And he's supposed to be going to get some support. Because this is something where you need some financial support. You need some financial support. So since you need some financial support and stuff like that, and to really get the ball rolling, you reach out to Julius. Julius can't do anything. But now that he's been convicted, he could do something. Okay, things like, we are trying to, raise we trying to raise money. All right. And hey, Rob don't need no money. Rob don't need no money. Then he say I'm broke. All right. Then it's conflicting reports. And everything around this dude is a ball in a circle of confusion to where you get conflicting reports from everybody. And this man, he lives in that type of confusion, that type of chaotic and aggressive environment is what this man's what this man lives in. And this is how he operates on a day in, day out basis. Okay. So people like myself and others, they began to fall back because, folks who folks, you know, the money was funny. Yes. Listen, people began to fall back because, listen, it was big time radio stations who would have did the interviews. But when they reach out to get confirmation, people are saying, hey, these ain't the sisters. They ain't the sisters. And these are his own people. Even Keith say that they not the sisters. And Keith is the one Keith got all of the money. Keith is the one that controls the estate. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, since Keith is the man and Keith controls the estate, I mean, you gotta basically go off of what the people that you can verify who have been there for 20, 30 years are saying. You can't go off of what you personally feel. At least that wouldn't be wise. You can't go off of what you personally feel. These people are it was only so far that you could push things without having somebody verified and bona fide, not illegally, who could quite possibly be involved in this. But you need somebody legitimate to come in and substantiate things. And unfortunately, you couldn't get anybody to substantiate the things that were being said. You just couldn't, right? And because of that, because there was nobody to substantiate the things that were being said, a lot of stuff started falling. A lot of stuff started falling by the wayside. Now, during this time, this was the perfect time for R. Kelly to step up and say something. He failed to say anything. And so the chaos and confusion ensued. Okay, you had people who were reading letters from him. They would say that it's fake letters and all of this stuff and all of that. And when they were saying that these are fake letters, then pretty much what's happening is all of these fake letters and stuff are going out. They going out and people are saying this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. And it's too many things that are going around where he needed to step up and say something. Now the energy ain't here anymore. This was supposed to be a firestorm with this new survivor R. Kelly. People ain't even talking about this shit. People talking about Shannon Sharp, Damar Hamlin. They talking about Disney. Nobody in the mainstream media is talking about this third installment of Surviving R. Kelly. Those girls can try to drop them books. Man, them books gonna go triple cardboard. They is not gonna be New York Times bestsellers. Man, they'll be better if any of these girls plan on putting out a book. They'll be better off starting an OnlyFans account and posting that bullshit book on Twitter, because the energy ain't here. Nobody cares about this stuff. This is such a small sector of YouTube, an extremely small sector. And now, with R. Kelly himself, he is reaching out to these people to try to get some, he's trying to get some steam. I mean, come on, man. Y'all have to know that this man told Joycelyn to say that shit. She had a baby. He told that girl to say that she got a baby. Y'all can say I'm working for Larry or something. People can say that, hey, Trent working for Larry and all of that. But he told this girl to say she was having his baby. Real talk. She told him to say she was having his baby. Do y'all hear? So, long story short, she go out here, she say she having a baby. They get people talking about it again. Then the girl say, "Oh shit, I'm finna fuck the game up. Y'all just wait. I'm finna break the internet." Da 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 da. Then Nina Simone comes out with this radio interview a couple days later. He's talking about Tasha K. And a lot of the stuff that Tasha K said was partially true. That they did an investigation on her, and when they did the investigation, they couldn't come back with anything because technically Tasha K did not break the law. She reported on hearsay that was brought to her, allegedly. So that part of what she's saying is true. But it's some other stuff. There you go. Queen, everybody is on it. Yeah, the page is gone right before that interview. There you go. Then they want to put out this stuff like what Tasha K was saying was true. Hey, he's reporting this stuff because he he wants to find an angle for the appeal. The case looks bad. This case looks bad. This case looks very bad. And because the case looks so bad, now it's like, okay, they scrambling. And, R. Kelly himself is putting out all of this stuff of which all of the supporters, Miss Fat and Tracy and Queen and Darlene and, everybody else, man, who I talk to all the time. We supposed to jump up in arms when we been fighting for 4 years. Nigga ain't said nothing. Now one interview dropped and we supposed to be re-energized to fight for you when you ain't been fighting for yourself. Nigga, please. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. That was my lawyer. Uh, the New York case, the New York case, was far fetched. It was far fetched. It was far fetched. But let me get back to what I was talking about. R. Kelly. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to update my employees. Have to update my workers. So, long story short, um, we've been out here fighting, and it's a team of people. Even the people over there in YTL, man, it ain't even. I don't have no personal beef with nobody off of YouTube, including Prima Donna, Dana, none of these people, because even if I feel like they may have done something wrong, the people are so passionate about justice or and fighting against injustice, if you will, that they are they will lash out at you, and you could take it personal, but these people are just trying to fight against what they feel like an injustice is. And I too have been a part of that, you know. So you try to fight against what you feel like is wrong, what you feel like was injustice, and everybody kind of wants to be the first one to say that I did it, and it happens, man. I don't have no personal beefs with no bloggers. Okay, I don't got no beefs with none of these bloggers, because regardless of who you are, rated R, um, even Lily, right? I know that I said Lily was eating them girls coochie, um, but putting all of that aside, each one of these people who I have had beef with, that I've gone back and forth with, they were doing more for R. Kelly than what R. Kelly was doing for himself. Let's be honest about that. Okay. And I know I'm losing some people because y'all like, well, damn, you put out the Stephanie Lugo story last week. And I did put that story out. I did put it out. But I was not motivated and wasn't passionate about putting the story out. I put it out because it was something that R. Kelly wanted put out. But again, you have a conglomerate of folks who were all fighting for somebody who was not fighting for themselves. This man got 3 kids. None of the kids were at the protest. You can make excuses about it. Don Russell was a co-defendant. At least Don Russell was brave enough to get out there and start doing interviews with people and start speaking about the injustices here. And I think that had Don Russell stayed quiet, Don Russell wouldn't even be incarcerated right now. You had all of these folks who were the benefactors of what went on, and none of these people can come and speak to this man's defense. None of them can. So now that all of us have went out there, we beat the pavement, we stumped the ground. I listened to Freedom of Speech page, and I don't know if that's Latanya or if that's T Baby or Debo or whoever it is. but even they sound tired and worn out because they have been defending somebody who, you know, they have been defending somebody, and to be honest about it, I don't think that none of even the folks who are diehard R. Kelly supporters, even they have learned some stuff, and they have to sit there and wrestle with the fact that this man did some stuff he was not supposed to do. Now, the 30 years is excessive. That's way too long. Way too long. I said about 2 years ago, I said that, 4 to 7 years is about what he should get for these crimes. He should have consolidated this shit down and got 4 to 7 years. Okay, he should have just copped out to this shit, took a strong 4 to 7 years, and let it go. Now, he called into Nina Simona, and he's trying to make a case for his appeal. But the problem with that is that too much time has gone by. One, two, these folks, these people, but all the crimes they charge him with is what he did. Yes. What's going on? This is my St. Louis people right here. I was over in your hood the other day, over on Coburg Lands, looking at my partner in rental property. What's going on, Shia? Listen, the people have gotten tired, man. And when you got these people who are like, now that all of this, now that everybody has gotten worn out, you feel me? Y'all that ran their credit cards up. I next time I will. It was on the snow day though, Michelle. It was on that snow day, and my partner, we was trying to find him a little rental property over there in that Spanish Lake Bell Fountain area, or what have you. So that's what was going on. But yeah, the people that went to Chicago, they didn't went to New York. This man didn't say nothing. Okay, he ain't say nothing, and the folks are fatigued with this stuff. Now, to get back to the Tasha K and Natasha Simona thing, here's what the deal is with that. Tasha K wanted to know what Natasha Simona had on her. But the thing that I like about Natasha Simona was Natasha Simona, she's not emotional. Like Tasha K is very emotional. So Tasha K is sitting over here, she's cussing. She's like, well, listen, y'all know that this shit was motherfucking wrong, and he was fucking them little girls, and he had a girl trying to give him head. And he said he was gonna give her $3,000, and he was stinking, smelling like ass. He had just got finished playing basketball, and she swallowed her pride for the $3,000 and sucked his dick, and he didn't even give her the money. But was that y'all like, and that's the thing. That's the trick that the anti-R. Kelly people try to run on you is, okay, you could talk about he gave this girl chlamydia. You could talk about she had to suck his balls and they was stinking. And they have been successful in painting this picture of stuff that is disgusting, but not illegal. So then Natasha sits back, let her go through all of this, and she's like, "Well, I just wanted to know, um, you don't think that it's illegal for people to access his private conversations and then go and sell them to blogs or go and disclose them to blogs?" You know, like she was sitting back after Tasha K got caught in her bullshit. She would sit back, and when she would sit back, Natasha Simona would be asking her them boom, boom, boom. She hitting her with them sucker, you know. She hit her with them body shots. Boom, boom, boom. Not you know. But hey, I heard what you're saying. You running me through all of these disgusting things, but is that still an injustice? Okay. And it was a big chess move going back and forth. Okay. Because Tasha K came there to get information. She came there to find out what it was that Natasha Simona knew and what else was coming out. So, towards the end of the interview, you see she's like, "Well, damn, you got a big platform and I want to cross over." She's trying to pull a finesse move. She's trying to pull a finesse move. But Tasha K was exposing some facts. She was taking some and she was leaving some. Taking a little bit, leaving a little bit. Nina Simona was just sitting back there. She's like, "Yeah, he reached out to us. He contacted us about what you did that was an injustice." And so Tasha K goes through blaming all of these parents, and she's like, "Hey, you know, you talked to Levi, and you know, she was saying some poignant things. These folks ain't the cousins; those ain't his sisters. It's a web of mess." And she's trying to get Natasha Simona off of the track of the case of uncovering what actually went on. At the end of the day, they should not have access to that man's emails. And even if they accessed it, that's one thing. But to give it to Tasha K, who's going to put it out there to 1 million to 5 million people, that was wrong. That was fraudulent. Uh, she exposed the Clarys. But when she exposed the Clarys, she did not expose them out of the kindness of her heart. I'm glad Michelle is in the room today. Because a lot of people will ask me about their Kelly's for Justice fund, right? And I ain't talked to Michelle in like it seemed like 2 years. But I know that we went to go find we went to go try to figure out what happened with the Kellys for Justice money. Because me, Michelle, Miss Fat, Marlena, we was some of the people that donated to that fund. We don't know what happened to that money. Okay, they said that they sent it to him. They said, "Liz, Tasha K and the BOP officers committed a highly illegal crime. They violated his civil rights. If they do not face legal actions for this, then you know the government allowed it." Well, he had a very oh damn, y'all falling out the bushes now. You are correct. Natasha Simone let Tasha K expose herself. Something will be done. Okay. It was a very heavy interview. Very heavy interview. And Natasha K said a lot, but she also exposed herself. But she did say some very important things. He is looking for an angle to go and to get these people to go and get an appeal right now. And he feels as though he's fighting for his life. And everybody in here don't have to be with me. You know, some of y'all, Lord, y'all are cool. But I will say that the people came out, they spent their money, they drove to Chicago, drove to the MCC. And it's very discouraging that none of the people who stood to benefit the most from seeing R. Kelly released from prison, none of these people were even there to march for him, to rally for him, to protest for him. None of these people were there. Everybody who was there was pretty much an outsider. And Tasha K, do I think, hold on, Tasha K thinks she's clear. I don't know if it is or if not. I hope not. I worked in jail for 18 years. You cannot legally access and expose an inmate's personal info. Well, she don't work. You know, it would be one thing if Tasha K worked for the bureaus of prisons, but she was exposing something that was brought to her. The crime was not in her exposure to it, because if you like, I worked for the federal government for since I was 19 years old. So I worked for the federal government for like 11 or 12 years. And they make you sign documents to say you won't disclose certain info, you won't disclose certain information. Tasha K is a blogger. She didn't sign anything saying she wasn't going to disclose something. So since she didn't sign anything, she wasn't under no contract or no commitment not to say anything. It was a chess move being played. It was a chess move. What Tasha K wanted to do was throw Nina Simone off of the tracks of telling what exactly she was uncovering. And she said a bunch of stuff. But again, she's like, she's trying to, hey, sister girl her and all of that. Stay focused. Stay focused. Do I think anything will be done to Tasha K? No, Tasha K didn't do anything wrong. You have to find an angle. Well, here's the problem with R. Kelly getting an appeal. In a mitigation report, Jennifer Bonjean conceded to a lot of things. She conceded to a lot of things. She conceded to a whole lot of things. If we continue to fight against the horrible injustice, how are we the people ever going to make changes for the better after all? Well, here's the thing, Liz. Here's the thing that I want you to really think about is that this case is not a typical case, okay? It's not a typical case. And I would go so far as to say that if R. Kelly was not R. Kelly, this, like, if he was just a drug dealer, right? If you take the fame, you take the Grammys away from it, the Grammys, if you take the fame and the Grammys away, and he's just Robert the dope dealer, this case would not have been tried like this. This where he got like 45, 50 fucking counts in 4 jurisdictions. It wouldn't have went down like that. The officer got a slap on the wrist. However, when Tasha K broke the news and passed it. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, hello? Sorry about that, y'all. Those people calling from my they calling my auto repair shop. Y'all see, I finally got a desk. I ain't on the floor no more. All right. She conceded to the Rule 29. Okay, the officer got a slap on the wrist. However, when Tasha K broke the news and passed it on to the parents, she did with malicious intent. Well, she's reporting the news. She's reporting the news, and they can't, they they don't they did their own internal investigation of which the officer retired, but that was it. She conceded to Rule 29. Exactly. I think they could still pull something because there were so many errors. If I breach confidentiality, but the difference between that, Michelle, is that you work with health records, okay, and to expose somebody's health records, that's a HIPAA violation. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between that. Money may not mean anything to RSK right now, but in my mind, he has a hell of a lawsuit against the BOP. Well, he does have a lawsuit against the BOP, and he does have a grounds for an appeal. He does have grounds for an appeal, but you have several things going on. Okay, she admitted that she slept with Jerron and Asriel and Callie. Who is the she you talking about, Queen? Everybody. Okay, Michelle. How do you fight an injustice when you fight with people or alleged supporters to make it make sense? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Because listen, because R. Kelly didn't come out early on and say, hey, here is Keith. Keith is my authorized representative. If you didn't get it from Keith, it's not real. Okay? Or let's just say Queen everybody is my authorized rep. Then Levi's reporting as though he got the facts. Dana's reporting as he got the facts. I'm reporting I got the facts, Sharon Wimbush has the facts, and whatever. So everybody got the facts, and then it leave everybody else who's not a blogger trying to figure out, like, dang, well, who's telling the truth? And that keeps you from getting anything done, because half of the people's energy is being dispersed trying to figure out who the hell is lying and who's telling the truth. Now, what about the man in North Carolina that served almost 60 years for something he didn't do? He was a kid then. He's in his late 70s now. He can't get those years back. Bonjean. Yeah, sure. You're talking. Someone make the tape, bro. Well, the tapes are in Chicago. The tapes are in Chicago. Let's see. Well, yeah, I drop facts. I give you receipts, but I'm just speaking in terms of trying to get any type of momentum going for justice. Okay. There you go, because they wanted to steer everybody away from what they had did. Okay, Robert is the eighth. Let's see here. The people are tired. The people are very tired. People are like, you have to look at this in terms of, listen, we like, whoever your person is that you fuck with, that's who you fuck with now. If you are a Dana supporter, you gonna ride with Dana regardless. Listen, that's like Rob coming out to speak now is the equivalent of you being in love with a person, right? Of the opposite sex, right? It's the equivalent of you being in love with a person. Y'all been together, y'all been dating for 4 years. Okay, y'all been dating for 4 years. And then that person telling you, well, hey, look, I really ain't this pretty as you think I am. I got facial reconstructive surgery and hair implants. And if it's a male, hey, hey, listen, I really ain't this fine. I got my boobs done, I got my ass done, I got my nose changed, I got my skin bleached. I really was an ugly duckling. Well, if you've been messing with this person for 4 years and they tell you that, hey, I really don't look like this, but you love this person, you got to know them. you might feel like, hey, I got duped. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this person then bust a move on me. But are you gonna really care? You got to know the person now. You got to know the person. Come on, man. Let's see here. Why support something they attack you, want to tell you how to live and who to talk to, etc. What's your thought on the oncoming? I don't foresee Lena Weber giving him all that time. Like, okay, he had sex with Rashona when she was 14. All right. And that's another thing Tasha K talked about. Oh, he was still fucking Rashona and she was coming to put money on his books while he was in jail. And okay, like these people have been going overboard with this shit. They have been going overboard with this. All right. Oh, he fucked Rashona, and Rashona was this old, and all of this. These folks was going overboard with this shit. Like, let's be real, okay? Like, he had sex with her. The little girl kept going back. All right. Now Rashona damn near 40 years old. Okay. She damn near 40 years old. And she still got hang-ups about dealing with his grown ass fucking her when she was 14. Her bad. Shit. Her bad. Who can, like, come on, man. Hell out of here. He wasn't fucking her for free. Think about this, man. Her daddy was probably just an average guitar player. Okay. Because he was fucking the man's daughter, he let the man play guitar on him for about 3 Grammy Award winning, 3 triple platinum albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, my daughter is 5 years old, man. She 5 years old. And she fast too. My 5-year-old, man, listen up. My daughter 5 years old. She 5. If she turned 14 to 15 and I find out she fucking this old ass dude, I'm not blaming the dude. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm telling you, when my daughter was 3, I'm like, she gonna be a hoe. All right? Like, look, I'm keeping it real with y'all. When my daughter was 3, I was looking at her. I'm like, yeah, this little bitch. I'm gonna have to watch this little bitch. I'm gonna have to watch her. I'm gonna have to watch her. Okay, so if she get older, and I find out she messing with a dude that's my age, but she's straight, she taken care of. As a father, that's all that I want for my daughter. Okay, as a father, that's all that I want for my daughter. She's straight, she taken care of. She is a woman. All right. At 5 years old, my daughter is trying to be a woman. Shit. Okay. I'm not as a parent, as a father to a daughter. All right. I let my kids make their own mistakes. Fuck that. You know, hey. But what they want to do, man, that's their choice. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna say, listen, son. I'm not gonna let you destroy yourself. I'll tell my daughter the same thing. But she got to belong to the game for a minute because listen, I'd rather my daughter make all of her mistakes when she's younger than when she get grown. She's 40, 50 years old trying to come back from mistakes. And Donnelly did violate his civil rights. Rashana was getting laced. Rashana was getting laced. Rashana got cars. Her dad. Listen, if he take care of the daddy, he's taking care of her. Let us listen. He was paying her daddy. He was paying her mama. Let us not forget, Queen everybody. Sparkle sent Rashona over there. That came out on the stand. Sparkle sent her over there. Okay. I don't have no daughter. I have a son. I can see. Listen. Listen. My daughter is grown. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm finna show y'all a video of my daughter right here. Hold on. Hold on. Where is this at? There we go. Hold on. Let me. All right, this is my daughter right here. Here you go. When Ray was living with her, that means he was trying to marry my mom. What was she saying? She was saying, and what that mean? That means you were trying to marry her. When she make that spell? When you living with her. Oh, okay. Cool. Did she? Was it $40 on the dresser? No. See, she ain't even pay me for that happy ending. Don't be like your mom. I'm gonna get the money. There you go. This is a good kid right here. Good kid. What's the sound she was making to get Olivia? Talk to me. Y'all want me to play it one more time? Y'all want to hear? I'm gonna play it for y'all one more time. I'm gonna play it for y'all one more time. Here it go. When Ray was living with her, that means he was trying to marry my mom. What was she saying? She was saying, and what that mean? That means you were trying to marry her. When she make that spell? When you living with her. Oh, okay. Cool. Did she? Was it $40 on the dresser? No. See, she ain't even pay me for that happy ending. Don't be like your mom. I'm gonna get the money. There you go. This is a good kid right here. Good kid. What's the sound she was making again, Olivia? All right, listen. This girl is 5 years old. All right, she 5 years old. Okay, shit. When she turned 15, she gonna be ready. Like, what the fuck? I didn't tell her to do all that. Okay. My point is that, listen, as a parent, you know your kid. Okay. She gonna be like her auntie. When her auntie be out there doing whole shit, my daughter be over there like, I don't try to shield my children, okay? I ain't trying to shield them. No. No. I ain't trying to shield them. At all. Hey, I'm not trying to shield my daughter. She gonna have to go out there and she gonna have to learn for herself. With the Rashona land for her stuff, like, okay, yes. Is he wrong for fucking Rashona? Yes. But these people, when you talk about a RICO case, okay, when you talk about a RICO case, my personal feelings is if R. Kelly getting time, then Sparkle, Stephanie Edwards should be getting time too. Because people skip over the fact that Rashona testified under oath in a federal courtroom. My auntie took me over there, told me sit on his lap, told me to rub his head. Drea, yes, Drea was over there taco tasting. You feel me? Sampling. You hear me? Spaghetti slurping. And how do you have a case where there's only one defendant? You got a case where there is only one defendant, okay? You find that only one person is found guilty, and you have all of these other people who would be co-conspirators. All of these would be co-conspirators. These would be co-conspirators who are not doing anything. That judge was so biased. Yes, the judge was biased. I agree. But we talked about how Ann Donnelly was a part of the injustice that happened to the Central Park Five. We talked about all of that. We talked about it. But anyway, man, those are my thoughts and opinions on Tasha K, and Natasha Simone, I'm about to get up out of here. I got some bills to pay, people to call. Y'all be safe. Y'all be easy. All right, y'all. Peace.